Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Self-Loathing Pittsburgh Fan. I'm Erik Young. Whatever. If you're like me, you're frustrated as hell by that loss against the Cheifs last Sunday. The 1-5 Cheifs fell within that hot and juicy realm of beatable. Yes, Landry Jones sucked. That's what third string quarterbacks do, man. But guess what, Landry Jones? I'm here to tell you, like Robin Williams told Matt Damon in Good Will Hunting.
It's not your fault.
What?
It's not your fault.
Don't do this, man.
It's not your fault.
I said don't do it, man, not you.
It's not your fault.
Oh my God, you're right! Here's something to think about. Landry Jones may have bumbled his way to a Steeler victory had the Steelers' defense not regressed against the Chiefs. Just in time for Halloween, the defense was haunted by some old demons that we thought were dead and buried. Missed tackles and not being able to guard a tight end. Whew, that's scary for our playoff hopes. The sacks that Landry Jones took in this game, especially the fourth quarter one that forced us to kick a field goal instead of scoring the go-ahead touchdown, were pretty awful. But I got news for you. Big Ben is taking that sack too. Case in point, the O-line's on notice. You know what doesn't seem to be impacted by anything because all he does is swim in a pool of awesome sauce? Le'Veon Bell. Even with the Chiefs stacking the box to stop him, they couldn't. Then when it was obvious that they weren't stopping him, there was a lack of adjustment in the offensive plan to simply give him the ball. Painful. On top of that, I challenged all two of you who watched this show to predict the outcome of the game better than me. I was outdueled by someone I coerced into playing, who is now our SLPF Fan of the Week! Congratulations to Twitter user ShizWSOP. He's actually an old friend of mine, and according to his words on his Twitter profile, he is a poker pro from Boca. I predicted the Steelers would win, he predicted the Chiefs would win, he was the only other on-time submission, so it was a straight-up you-pick-em game. This segment is about your triumph, ShizWSOP. You beat a guy who's basically as good as a quarter at picking games. And at least for this week, your parents were right. You are special. Now enough of the self-pity, everybody. It's on to the next. Big Ben is coming back this week, probably. We're taking on AFC North division rival Cincinnati Bengals this Sunday at 1 p.m. at Heinz Field. Now we all know the Bengals are rolling at 6-0 coming off a bye week, while the Steelers are fighting with their backs against the wall at 4-3. Prediction time! Your Pittsburgh Steelers will be fired the up for this game. They need their home crowd, and they need a quarterback that can reliably throw a football in a forward direction so as to be caught by other people. They will have those things on Sunday. But hold your horses, Mustang Sally. The Steelers match up terribly to the Cincinnati Bengals, you may say. I know what you're thinking. Tight end Tyler Eifert. He's beasted out for 6 touchdowns so far this year. You saw what tight end Travis Kelce did to us in KC. Covering tight ends is just totally not our thing because the defense is too busy blitzing. Terrible matchup number 2 is our old nemesis wide receiver AJ Green. He's in the midst of another career year. And this is one of the first times this season where we're playing a bona fide stud at wide receiver who can rip the top off of a secondary. The jury is officially out on whether or not this young secondary is going to be able to contain that at all. And unfortunately, I'm gonna predict that they won't. But here's some good news. Word on the street is that the Cincinnati defense can be gotten to. They give up about 370 yards per game, kinda like us. They rank right below us in sacks per game too. So for better or for worse, Ben Roethlisberger is gonna come out firing in this game, and this time he's got all of his weapons. This offense will be in an electrifying state this Sunday. Even though Eifert and Green may grapevine into the end zone untouched multiple times, I say the D rights the ship just enough to eke out a 38-31 Steeler victory. And the 72 Dolphins send Mike Tomlin a bottle of bubbly for picking off a perfect team. So I'm an idiot and have been saying my Twitter handle wrong all season. If you want to hear more from the self-loathing Pittsburgh fan, find me on Twitter at SLPitFanErik. And make sure you send me your prediction for this Sunday's game against the Bengals. And if you want to see more episodes of the self-loathing Pittsburgh fan, follow me on Twitter, find me on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube. Until next time, Steeler Nation, peace!